everyone and welcome to the CraftyTuts podcast. I am Mary and I am the crochet, knitwear designer and blogger at CraftyTuts. This is going to be the first episode. It's going to be a pilot episode because I want to test out if a podcast is something you would like to watch. I am doing this because I love the Yarn Gossip podcast. I am sure you're aware of her show. I love how her show is so friendly and is talking about yarn and is talking about projects, and mostly I think it is because I don't know anyone that knits or crochets locally. I'm sure there are tons of people, but I don't have a friend that does, and I don't have anyone to share with, like, person to person these things. I do have friends online, but with time zones and all that stuff and kids and my work, their work, everything else, it's not something that you can do often. So I watch her podcast and I enjoy it a lot. It's like a friend is talking to me about her next project. I was giving recommendations about yarn and patterns and things like that. So I wanted to test out and see, maybe that's something you wanted to hear more about me and what is going to be in the blog in the next future, what I'm working on, what's my needles and my hooks and things like that. So please be aware this is the first one, so be gentle. I know I might seem a little awkward. It's not all the time that I come in front of the camera, because most of the times it's focusing on my hands when I'm doing my tutorials and I'm showing the stitches and how to add yarn and how to do those things. So I am still a little shy, and so that's something I hope I will improve with time. But overall, just give me your advice, give me your feedback, and let me know if podcast for the CraftyTuts blog is something you would like to see more often. And if not, then let me know too. That will save me and you time, and I can focus on other materials. Just keep doing tutorials if that's something that you prefer. And it's just gonna let me know. So here today I am wearing one of my designs. It is the aquamarine vest and is currently being tested. I really want to release it already because I have finished it for a while already, but of course I need to wait and to make sure it's perfect, to be tested, to make sure that all the sizes translate the way they're supposed to translate, like the feet, post to feet, and so on. So it's gonna take a little longer, but soon I hope it's just a little more and I will be able to release it. For this vest, I use the Knit Picks Preciosa in fingering tonal. Here you can see a little bit of skein that I have left because I always like to get a little bit more. So you can see how it has a little bit of a variance in the color, but it's all in the same range. It is a really pretty yarn to work with, and here you can see how the fabric translates, and even though it's crochet, you can see how it's really flowy, and crochet tends to be a little bit stiff sometimes because of the way the stitches are worked, but you can see this still is comfortable. So I really recommend this yarn. You can still decide which yarn, and because it's fingering, even though it's crochet, I'm sure that it won't be as stiff as if you use other yarn weights. Anyway, I was thinking of creating a review on this yarn and other yarns I start using from now on, because I mostly shop online. I know many people are luckier than me and they go to local yarn shops and they can actually touch it, squish it, see the color in person. Maybe they even have samples that you can touch and see. But because I mostly order online, I'm not aware of the yarn and how it feels on the correct color until I get it. And even that even ruined a couple of projects that I had, that I thought certain color was going to be perfect for something that has to be that color, and then when I got it, it didn't work. Either way, so if some of you are like me, that they can surely use a review because they're not able to get hands-on on the yarn and they shop online, let me know and I will sure do more and more of with that. More on yarn, I have 2 skeins of the Chroma Twist fingering, also by Knit Picks. I have it in the color Bear, and this was something. I will leave it here so you can see it because I'm not good with names. Either way, let me show you the color of this. It is just adorable and precious. And as you can see, the colors that are inside, they're completely different. It's a completely shift in mixtures of many colors in this skein. It's really, really pretty yarn. The color white, because of the way this is designed, it's really difficult to match if I want to continue and if I want to make something bigger, a bigger fabric. So by pairing with something that is obviously a contrast, that is obviously supposed to not match in color and create lines or create contrast, then I don't have to worry about trying to match things up and make everything look smoothly. So that's why I chose something that is really different from this. And because they have the color Bear, it's still the same weight, the same yarn as this, and I don't run the problem that maybe is a little bit thicker, or when it's not the same line, sometimes there could be discrepancy, and so that's why I'm pairing it with it. It's going to be a shawl, it's going to be an asymmetrical shawl, it's going to be a crochet pattern that I will start working it very soon, probably tomorrow. On my finished objects, I re-knitted my cotton candy swirl shawl, so you can see. The first one I made, I gave it away as a birthday gift, and I really like to have all my designs, or at least most of them, in my own wardrobe. I like to wear them myself. Like right now I'm wearing this. I do not make them only to sell the patterns, although obviously I do sell them, and I do offer them for free as well. I like to wear most of them. I design for you, I design for me, I design for friends and for collaborations and so on. So because I wanted to have my own copy of the shawl, I re-knitted it, and I re-knitted it in a different yarn. Before I didn't use wool, and this time I used a wool blend. It is 70% merino wool and 30% silk. That's what it gives a little bit of gloss, and actually it is called the Gloss Decay by Knit Picks. This is the yarn that I used for this project, and I really like it better because before this short rows have a little bit of lace. It's really simple, but it does have to open. That was meant to be the design. And with the other one, it opened when I blocked, it opened it a little bit and then it shrunk back up, and it lost the details on the lace, and it lost details here. Like I stretched it, I wanted it to have that bat wing little bit. It's just slight detail, a little detail, but that adds to the composition. That's what I had in mind, that's what I wanted it to look, and that's why I remade it with this yarn again instead of just the. And I will be redoing the photo shoot for this because I want to show, as I mentioned, I want to show those little points that now they have. From this project, I had a little bit of yarn left. It was too little. I thought it was going to be enough, and I tried to do a little hat. So here is, but it turns out it's not enough. That's it. So I'm gonna keep this on my needles for now, and I will maybe buy another ball of yarn so I can finish this, or maybe I will just reclaim all the yarn and make it smaller and make something for my daughters there for myself, or I will use it to create swatches and maybe create other designs so I can have a swatch and have my samples and get other designs going. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but for now I'm just gonna leave it in the needles. Something else that I would like to work on is inspired by a friend of mine, by Amanda from Little Bit of Delights. She started a little sketchbook with her yarn and like those tags that come with the yarn. So she's collecting the tags, and she's also collecting little bits and pieces that are left, you know, little tails, so to have it as a reference. So she's collecting those to have it as a reference book, to remember if maybe, oh, I wanted to do this so-and-so project, maybe this yarn will work, so you can reference to the yarn that you already played with before. Also, it's really good because that way you can have all the contents. You can know if what percentage is wool, what percentage is silk, what percentage is polyester, or whatever blend of yarn it is. How to care for it is already in here. So I kept all of my little, so you can see I have a ton of those. Maybe I won't keep, I could just keep one and not all the colorways. I'm not sure yet what I want to do to go about it yet. I'm thinking to do it the same way and keeping a book, a scrapbook, but I'm also having, considering maybe doing it like in Evernote, or scan it, take a picture or something like that and keep it a digital scrapbook. The good thing about that is that I won't have to add to my clutter. I already have my stash, I have all my stuff, so this will add to the clutter. If I do that, I won't be able to keep all the yarns in place and have that. Maybe I can do half and half, keep the yarn and the tags, get rid of them, but take a picture. I move a lot. My husband is in the army, so every couple of years we're grabbing all the stuff and going to another station, and then going to another station, and then going to another station. So the less clutter, the better. As much as I am a collector, I like to keep my things. I don't like to get rid of, even as you can see, even this I hold on to. But I need to be realistic, and I much rather get rid of this now and make my moves easier and keep the important stuff, because yarn is more important than the tags. I'm sure you'll know that. And I think that's it. I will keep most of the podcast episodes short and sweet. Mainly because I have 3 kids and I will have to be recording during nap time, and that doesn't leave me with a lot of time to record and then edit and everything else. So it's going to be a little bit shorter. I'm sorry for those who like to watch longer and longer videos, but maybe this will appeal for all those people that don't have that much time anyway, but would like to watch and would like to interact with other knitters and other crocheters. I'm not even, I can't pronounce it right. Anyway, I'm so sorry. I crochet too. Again, as I mentioned, this is the pilot. This is a test, so I will really appreciate your feedback. Let me know what you think about it. If you think I should improve in something, maybe I'm too shy, maybe I'm looking away and not really looking at the camera, like right now. Oh goodness. So any advice that you have for me that I can improve, or if maybe you're just not interested, just let me know. Not really my jam, not the content I like. I prefer you to focus on the tutorials. Let me know. So thank you so much for giving this a try with me, and we'll see if this will continue or not, and that will be all for today.